Good morning, second graders. It's me, Puppy. I really missed you guys. But we're back. So, I was on a lot of digs over the break, and I didn't find any dinosaur bones. So I was wondering if any of you guys did. So you'll have to let me know, okay? If I see you in the lobby, let me know if you found any dinosaur bones, okay? But I think today Mrs. Erica has a special lesson, so I better get her because I think I'm gonna get in trouble, and then she's not gonna let me go out digging anymore. So hang on.
Good morning. Hello, second graders. Yes, Puppy has been very busy digging and digging and digging. But he said he didn't find any dinosaur bones, so I don't know. But welcome, everyone. We missed you. We hope that you had a wonderful Easter break and you enjoyed the nice weather, and maybe hopefully you were able to get outside and play outside a lot. And so we are now in the fourth quarter. Can you believe it? We're at the last quarter of the school year, and then you guys are going into third grade. I cannot believe this. So what we are going to be doing today is starting our code.org lessons. So you might remember code.org from first grade and from kindergarten. And so we are doing the code.org class for the second graders. So they have different courses. And so it'll be a little bit harder because you guys are older now and you know more. So what we're going to be doing is what I'll be doing is I'll be sending an email to your parents, and I also everybody will be getting one of these sheets, and the sheets have how to get into your account. So they have the link of the website that you go to, and then they have your secret word, which is like your password. And so when you go to the website, it will look like this. It'll say, welcome to second grade. So that's the first thing you're doing. And then you'll look for your name in the list. And when you click on your name, it'll say, now enter your secret word. So you'll need to look at the paper that I give out to you, and you will need to see what your secret word is. And please keep that paper, maybe put a magnet and stick it on your fridge, or put it near wherever your computer is, where you're at home, where you're going to be doing the code.org lessons. That way you don't lose it. And every time you go on to the computer, you know what your secret word is. I mean, hopefully you'll memorize it. But after you put it in and you go in, it'll look like this. It'll say course C, because we're doing course C. And so you will need to go in here every week. So I believe all of you guys know how to use the computer by now. You're going in third grade. You've been doing it for so long. You've been doing your typing lessons. And so you know how to go to a website. So this is pretty much the same idea. You go to the website, you click on your name, you put your password in, and then you get into course C. And then every week we will be doing a different lesson. So depending on how much time we have, we might do 1 or 2 lessons each week, and depending on how much code it is. And then the good thing is that you'll have the video. So if you ever need to go back and maybe you get stuck on some code and you're thinking, oh no, what do I do? You can go back to the video and you can always see how I did the code, and then it can help you to get the right answer. You can even pause the video and stop and look at the code and make sure that you're doing it right. So these are all helpful tips of things that you can do to really help you get the most out of the lessons every week. Please keep up with the work. So it's going to be a little bit different. There might be 1 or 2 activity sheets that we send home that you'll need to do, but most of your assignments are going to be right in the code.org website. So you will need to do it at the computer at your house because we're still not back in the technology room, right? So you're going to have to do it that way. And I know that you guys have plenty of time. You are watching YouTube, Netflix, whatever it is. You could easily take 20 minutes, 30 minutes every week, go on the computer to code.org and do your coding lessons. So you really have to learn how to be responsible and independent. And that means that, yes, if you need help, you could ask an adult, but you really should just be able to do it on your own at this point, where you can just go on and do it. So please make sure that you keep up, because I know the report cards were just sent home. So if you received a lower grade, that's because you were not keeping up with the assignments. Maybe you didn't do any of your typing, or you didn't send back any of the activity sheets that we did. So that's really up to you, right? You can blame it, oh, my mom didn't remind me, but you're old enough now where you need to start remembering, right? Oh, we did technology class, I have to do my work. Just like with any other subject, you have to do your work. So please keep up every week with our coding lessons, okay? So this week, we're gonna actually do the first lesson. So it's not lesson one, we're skipping lesson one, because remember we did this already, putting a stop to online meanness. We learned about password safety. So, and we can't do lesson 3 because it's a lesson that you have to do together as a group. And you guys aren't coming in the classroom. So normally I would have it all planned out. We sit on the rug, we do it. We can't do that. So we have to skip lesson 3. So we have to move right into lesson 4. So this week, remember, you are not doing lesson 1, not lesson 2, not lesson 3. We're starting with lesson 4. What lesson is it, puppy?
We're starting with lesson 4. Okay, so please don't forget that.
Yes. All right, so here we go. I'm going to shut off my video, and I'm going to open up this video to introduce you to what we're doing. Okay, so here we go.
Today, we're going to learn to program using a drag and drop language called Blockly. Blockly uses colorful instructions called blocks to build programs that you can use to solve puzzles. Under the hood, you're still creating code. Each puzzle you'll solve with the code is split into 4 main parts. On the left is the play area, where your program will run. In the center, you will see the toolbox area that holds all the blocks that you will need for each puzzle. To the right is your workspace, where you will drag blocks to build your program. Finally, above the workspace, you will see the specific instructions for each puzzle. Don't worry if you accidentally drag out a block that you don't need. If you have an extra block, simply drag it back into the toolbox to put it away. After you hit run, you can always hit the reset button to get your character back to the start so you can try again.
Okay, so just a good little introduction for you guys in case you forgot how to use code.org. I'm going to show you guys now. So up here at the top, they always give you the instructions of what to do. So for example, it says for this puzzle, drag all of the blocks together and click run to watch it go. It can also, look at this, if you click here by the speaker.
For this puzzle, drag all of the blocks together and click run to watch it go.
It can also read it to you, but I think all of you guys know how to read it for yourself, right? So you press OK. This white area is your workspace. That's where all of your blocks are. And then your blocks are always stored under here in the gray area where it says blocks. And then here is your game that you're coding, right? So you're actually coding the Angry Bird, right? To move to the pig. And whenever you press the run button, then whatever you have here connected together, that's what's going to happen. So in this case, you're just connecting the blocks. So it says when run. So when we hit the run button, what's going to happen? The Angry Bird is going to move forward 1 time. So there's 1 square or 1 spot or 1 step, and then move forward again. So 2 times. So I'm going to press the run button and let's see what happens. 1 and 2, move forward 2 times. So it says, congratulations, you completed puzzle 2. You just wrote 2 lines of code. So if I click show code, this is the really cool part about code.org, is that behind this Blockly language is actually a real coding language that computers really understand. And you know what it's called? JavaScript. And it's the world's most widely used coding language. So this is what it would look like. You would type move forward. This is what the actual language looks like. So it's really interesting, right? So for all of you that are really interested in learning coding and you're like, I want to know what this really says to the computer, you could always click show code and you can see what it looks like. So let's press the continue button and let's move on to the next puzzle. So it says drag an extra move forward block out of the toolbox to finish your code. Because why? We see the Angry Bird needs to move 1, 2, 3 times forward. 3 times. So now let's hit the run button and watch the Angry Bird move 3 times. Great job coding, everybody. All right, let's see what's next. This pig is ruffling my feathers. There is 1 extra block that is going to cause the bird to crash. Throw it away by unhooking it from the gray hooks and dragging it back to the toolbox. So we're trying to get rid of this bluish turquoise color block. So how you do it is if you grab anything that's under it, you can take the blocks apart and then you can take this and throw it into your trash can and then you can connect everything again. So you always want to make sure all of the blocks are connected to the when run, because if they're not, it's not going to work. So let's hit the run button and let's see what happens. So this time, move forward, turn left, move forward, move forward. Great job, everybody. Let's take a look at the next one. Trace the path and lead me to the silly pig. Avoid TNT or feathers will fly. So now this is getting a little bit trickier. We have to think about the code ourselves. So this is the hard part. You are looking at your bird, and so you want to think, how in the world will I get the bird to go from here all the way to where the pig is? So you have to think in steps. You remember, an algorithm is a list of steps. So each of these blocks is a step in our algorithm. And that's the language that our computer speaks. So we could see with the bird, if we move 1 square or 1 step forward, we'll be over here. So let's try that. But then we can't move forward again. We'll crash into the TNT. So we need to turn to face this direction. So sometimes you might even need to kind of move your body to see. But in this case, it looks like we're going to be going right. And then we're going to move forward to get right over here. And then we're going to have to turn left because our bird will be here. And you have to, again, you might need to move your body to figure out which direction. And then we need to move forward to get to the pig. So our steps are move forward, turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward. So let's see what happens. Yay, we did it. So again, just a reminder, when you're trying this at home yourself, if you get stuck, you can always go back to this video and check the code. And so then that way you can see what we did in case you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. And sometimes you might try something and it might not work. Like, let me give you an example. I'm gonna do this like this. And now watch what happens. So move forward, move forward, move forward. Crashed into the wall there. So it will tell you something's not right. So then if I click reset, I can go back and try it again. And that's helpful because it's okay to make a mistake. No big deal. You just go back and try it again. So we know we're moving forward, and then we have to turn this direction, which is left. And then we have to move forward, move forward. So our algorithm, our list of steps is move forward, turn left, move forward, move forward. If we run that, look what happens. There our bird goes. Oh, yeah, you guys are doing really good. Hopefully you're starting to understand it by watching us do it. So it's good to watch because it gives you, like, you start to say, oh, now I get it, because you see how it's being done. So let's see in this case what we need to do. I'm just going to start, again, I want to just put a few steps in and I want to see if maybe that some of them are wrong. Oh, look, I said move forward, but he needs to turn first because you see that his face is facing into the block. So he needs to actually turn right and then move forward because we just crashed into the wall there. Then move forward, and then turn left. And then how many times we could use the repeat block? Do you guys remember the repeat block? So I'll show you the repeat block. We know that when the bird is here, we're going to move the bird 1, 2, 3 times forward. So if we put that in there and we change this to the number 3, that's the same thing as putting 3 move forward blocks together. But instead of using 3 blocks, we only had to put 1 in there and tell it to do it 3 times. So it makes our life a lot easier, right? And with coding, you always want to try to use the least amount of blocks. So you see where it says workspace, it says 6 out of 9 blocks. They don't want you to use more than 9 blocks because they're trying to really get you to think with your brain, how can I only use 9 blocks or use less? And that's what real computer coders do. They don't want to use a lot of code. They want to make it as simple as possible because if there's mistakes, it's harder to find the mistake if you have millions and millions, right? Versus just a less than that, like small amount. Okay, so now our bird is moving 1, 2, 3 times. Now it needs to turn. So again, think about the direction. It's going to be a left and then another move forward. So let's reset and let's see what happens.
I think it's working. I hope it is. I hope it's working. I hope it's working. It works. Yay!
Great job. Excellent. All right, let's try level 8. So it does take a little bit of time to get through the code, but that's okay. You're learning. This is a great, great activity to grow your brain. Coding is computational thinking. It's a way of thinking where you're trying to really think in steps and break it down. And so when you're really thinking like this, it really helps to grow your brain, which is amazing for kids your age, right? Where your brains are growing so rapidly. So great activity. Have fun with this. It's a game. See it as a game, as a challenge, and have fun with it. Okay, so this is a challenge, actually. It says this code has a lot of bugs. You'll need to remove some blocks and add others. Let's test it out and let's see what happens. So already, move forward, turn right, move forward. Oh, too many! We don't need all of those. We only need 1, so get rid of that move forward. Okay, now let's test it out again. Move forward, turn right. Move forward, turn left, move forward, turn right, move forward. Ah! Too many move forwards. Take another one away. And then he's going to need to, I think, we could actually use a repeat block here. So we can do 3 times instead of using 3. So now we're getting rid of more blocks. And then turn, let's see what direction. I think it's turn right. Let's try it. And then move forward. Let's see if this works, okay? So we're trying it out. We're going step by step. Oh, whoops, what did I do? Step by step. And we're seeing if it works. And it looks like it did. So really, really good to try the challenge puzzle. And if you notice, when you hit the run button, there's like a little light that comes over each of the steps. You could follow along with that. And when you see a mistake, just remember, ooh, it was right there. And you could pull that block out and then whatever you need to do, you could fix it. Okay, let's try another one. So let's start with move forward and then what direction and turn right. And then we know we're going to use a repeat block because we see a straight path. So he's going to move forward 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then going to turn right and then move forward again. So we're thinking about directions. Let's test it out. So he turns right, he moves forward 1, 2, 3, 4 times, turns right, and then moves forward. Great work. I believe we have 2 more. Okay, read through the code below very carefully. What will happen when you click run? So let's see. So first things, turn left. So he's going to turn left. So he'll be that way now. And then he's going to turn left again. Oh dear. So then So he's going to go from there, and then he's going to go back to there. And then he's going to move forward. And then he's going to turn left. And then he's going to try to move forward and maybe crash into the wall. I don't know. The bird will end up one step short of the pig. The bird will make it to the pig. The bird will run into the TNT. I don't know. Or the bird, or I don't know. So what do you guys think will happen? So you really have to think about it step by step. So try to go through it step by step. So maybe the bird, I think the bird might make it to the pig. Let's see. So he turns left, he moves forward, he turns left, and then he moves forward 3 times. So great job. Okay, so now we're on our last level here. So we're trying to get the bird all the way over here. So there's a couple of different ways. He could go this way and then come down and go that way. He could go this way, and then down. So that's the thing. There are a lot of different ways to solve the puzzle. Sometimes one way might have more blocks than another way, but it still does the same thing. So just use your brain and come up with something. So let's try and use the repeat block here. And let's do 1, 2, 3 times of moving forward. And then let's turn right. And then let's do the repeat block again. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3 times of moving forward. And then now we'll be over here. And then I believe he needs to turn left. And then how many times? So he did 1, 2, 3, turn right, 1, 2, 3, turn left, 1, 2, 3. I think it's another 3. So again, I might be wrong, but I'm just trying it out. So let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, turn right. 1, 2, 3, turn left. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! He got to the bird. And if you want to see the code, look at the code for that one. That's the JavaScript code behind this level. So I'm really proud of you guys because you completed lesson 4. Well, we just did it together, but you're going to complete lesson 4 at home. And now that we just went through it together and you saw how we did the steps, we tried to figure it out, we tested out. Now, when you go home and you try it yourself, it's going to be a lot easier because you're going to, oh yeah, I remember. You have to think which direction. Oh, you could use the repeat block. And so it will make it a lot easier for you. So please have fun with this. Again, this is a game. It's a coding game. So see it as a fun game as you would. But you know what the best part about this game is? Unlike any other games where you're kind of just mindlessly sitting there, you actually are using your brain and you're growing your brain and you're learning amazing skills for your future. Because I know you guys are going into 3rd grade, but when you think ahead, when you're in middle school and high school and college, there's going to be so many jobs in the computer science field. And some of you guys are going to go into these jobs. And even if you don't, if you're not a computer programmer or a coder, you still will need to have a knowledge of this because it's going to be in every job. So this is a great skill to start learning now. And you guys are amazing. Like kids learn so fast. So you guys will have the hang of this in like 2 seconds. You'll be like putting your blocks together, running your programs, and it is amazing. So have fun with this. And so remember, it's lesson 4. Don't do lesson 1, 2, or 3. We're skipping those. Lesson 4. And then we will see you guys next time. Okay, guys? All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have fun coding. Bye.